How do I develop a positive mindset even when things are falling apart? It's 2020. Given how much our lives have changed during this year, I'm sure most of us feel that things are falling apart. There's a pandemic that we did not anticipate, and it's affecting everyone. For many people, the daily commute to work now means walking from the bed to the desk, where our schoolworker job is waiting for us. We are not socializing with our friends, schoolmates, coworkers. Summer vacation is different. We find ourselves waiting in lines at the grocery store, feeling lucky that we can find what we need to buy. As we walk in the park, we avoid getting too close to people who walk towards us. They also step farther away. Most people wear masks. We don't see if they're smiling when they pass by. And when we hear someone greet us with a loud hello, we feel a tiny bit better. Why? Because, in that moment, we feel a ray of positivity. We connected with another human being. It's those small things that can make a big difference in our lives. The question is, how do we add more positive things to our day, especially now when we need it the most? There are a few things we can actually do ourselves, so we don't need to wait for that hello. Idea number 1. Say thank you. Why? Practicing gratitude rewires our brain to think about positive things, the things that we have going for us, instead of the things we do not have, and that can leave us feeling angry, frustrated, and unhappy. How to practice it? Each morning when you wake up, or just before you go to sleep, think of 3 things you are grateful for in your life right now. It can be the simplest of things like having a warm bed to sleep in, a joke you shared with a friend over the phone, the feeling of sunshine on your face when you stepped outside to go for a walk. Idea number 2. Do something just for pleasure. Why? If you feel like your life is all work and chores and every day is the same as the day before, you aren't helping yourself think more positively. When you do something out of sheer pleasure, you create an endorphin boost, i.e. you produce more of your happy hormone. How to practice it? If you're an avid reader, make the time to read a novel for 30 minutes before going to sleep. If you like to be physically active, schedule in a bike ride or go for a run in the early morning or late afternoon when you're done with work. If your secret passion is to make bread, make it a priority to give yourself time to experiment with flour, yeast, and just the right oven temperature to bake your creations. Are you enjoying the video? Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment in order to reach many more people. Let's continue with the video. Idea number 3. Give yourself a project. Why? Even though it tricks us into feeling like we procrastinate all the time, our brain actually functions best when it has a goal to work towards. Goals don't have to be big, like graduating from college or getting a dream job. They can be smaller, like cleaning the kitchen and giving it a coat of bright paint or losing 5 pounds to fit into last year's jeans. How to practice it? Pick a small project that you can finish in 1 week. Write down your goal. Figure out what you need to do to make it happen, from tools to additional knowledge on a topic. Find a block of time every day when you can work on your project and actually put it on your schedule. Set a reminder on your mobile phone when you want to start working on it. At the end of the day, give yourself a few minutes to evaluate your progress and ask yourself if you could have improved in some way, either by not spending as much time on an activity or by preparing better for it. Idea number 4. Turn down the dial on news and social media. Why? Just because we're all spending much more time indoors does not mean we should be hooked onto news channels 24/7. The same goes for social media. You can easily be spending hours on Twitter, and at the end of the day, you certainly won't be feeling more optimistic. How to practice it? Try this small experiment. For the next few days, after reading or watching the news, ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Acknowledge your thoughts and feelings. It's likely that you'll feel frustrated, scared, angry, helpless, and sad. Those are all normal reactions. The downside. You are just a passive observer about what's happening in the world right now. Rather than just reacting, how about doing something positive? It can be as simple as making the decision to put on a mask before you go outside, or calling up a friend and talking about something that will help you both relax, feel better, and even laugh. Idea number 5. Be proactive about your mindset. Why? Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. In other words, it's all about what you tell yourself you can or cannot do. Your mindset is the single most important factor that will drive your life. It will help you make decisions, evaluate what's good or bad for you, what priorities matter to you, which friendships to focus on, how healthy you want lifestyle to be, and so on. That's why it is so important to give it your full attention. How to practice it. To make a positive switch, it helps to develop a growth mindset. Read Carol Dweck's book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. According to Dweck, having a fixed mindset means you believe that your skills and strengths are set in stone, and there's nothing you can do to change them. In contrast, having a growth mindset means you believe that you can cultivate your strengths through long-term effort. When you become aware of the mindset you want to have, you'll soon find yourself taking charge of increasing the amount of positive messages you tell yourself every day. And day by day, you'll notice a change in how you think and feel.